Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
To bring it back to Ende, there's been a lot of talk about, especially from Crystal Palace fans, about him being sort of better in the latter stages of the season. He scored registered 24 goals in the season's last 31 Premier appearances between March and May. Is that something you're aware of? And do you feel like he can really kick on between now and the end of the season?
He can do, and obviously now as well he's got many more months and games and an understanding of what the game required for him to make the difference, and yeah, I hope that that's the case, and now he just smashes from here to the end of the season.
You mentioned, obviously, you spoke about earlier, that you feel like you know how to get the best out of him now. Have you had to motivate him? You know, he struggled for a long period in between those two Tottenham games in terms of goals and assists. Have you had to motivate him, and how have you had to motivate him if you have?
Motivation is never an issue, and I believe that you have to motivate a player. We have a big problem, because that motivation is just a talk, someone that inspires you for a minute or an hour. How much does it last? I think the biggest motivation that he has is the reason why he came to this club, because he really feels attached and belonging here, and the rest is moments that you have to have through your career. When you move to a different club, navigate with that and make sure you do everything that you possibly can to make it work.
And finally, Tom.
Hi, Mikel. Victor's been popular in the press, so I've got a couple more on him for you. With it being Chelsea on the weekend, Didier Drogba, of course, was a big goal scorer in this fixture between Arsenal and Chelsea. In his first two seasons, he scored 16 goals in his first season across all comps and 16 in his second season. Victor's only one behind that. Do you think comparisons like that, and I know you don't tend to like comparing players, but does that context provide maybe some insight into expectations around strikers?
Yes, I mean, it's always the case about who you comparing with. You know, I have a beautiful apartment, but this guy has the biggest mansion in the world. So my apartment is terrible, you know. Or I can be so proud that I worked so hard to get and pay the debt of my apartment and refurbished it and have a beautiful kitchen. I go to his house and I get depressed. So it's depending on the eyes that you look at it. So I think what he's doing is improvable, yes, but I think his contribution, I think it's been important so far.
Welcome back to Sunday Supplement. Welcome back to Jonathan, Martin and Jack as well. Let's focus now on the big game on Super Sunday at the Emirates. Arsenal against Chelsea. The Sunday Telegraph's splash is a picture of Antoine Semenyo following Manchester City's victory over Leeds at Ellen Road. And the headline is, "Over to you, Arteta." Now, there's an interesting piece, Martin, in the Sunday Mirror. Top Vic, a work of art. Now, for all the criticism he's received, Viktor Gyökeres has been possibly one of the most talked about players and one of the most talked about strikers so far this season. Tom Canton's piece has actually focused on a comparison with Didier Drogba when Drogba first arrived at Chelsea. He says Viktor Gyökeres has the backing of Mikel Arteta as the Arsenal striker closes in on a Didier Drogba record. So for that, it doesn't seem too bad. Drogba finished both his first two seasons with 16 goals in all competitions. Gyökeres currently has 15 in all competitions. For all the criticism he's received, could he yet be the man to fire Arsenal to title glory? Because remember, we keep praising Hugo Ekitike, and I'm sure we'll be coming to Ekitike in Liverpool later. He's only got one more goal than Gyökeres in all competitions so far this season.
Well, Gyökeres now is, I mean, certainly going into this weekend, I haven't looked at it since, but going into this weekend, he is in the top 5 goal scorers in the Premier League this season.
Arsenal face a pivotal test in their Premier League title charge when they host Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday, March 1st, 2026, kickoff 16:30 Greenwich Mean Time, in match week 28. The Gunners, leading the table with 61 points from 28 games, 18 wins, 7 draws, 3 losses, plus 35 GD, hold a 5-point advantage over Manchester City, 56 points from 27 games, game in hand. A victory would extend that cushion to 8 points, providing crucial breathing room in a tense race. Chelsea, sitting 6th with 45 points from 27 games, plus 17 GD, arrive chasing Champions League qualification under manager Liam Rosenior, who remains unbeaten in the league since taking charge. The Blues have struggled against Arsenal this season, losing both Carabao Cup semi-final legs and drawing the earlier league meeting 1-1, but boast the second-best away record, 22 points from 13 road games. Mikel Arteta previewed the clash cautiously, emphasizing preparation over past results. "We know the importance of the game, and we know the team we're going to have in front of us," he said in his pre-match presser. "What we did 2 weeks or 2 years ago is irrelevant because every game and every context is different. The players might change, the mood of the team might be different. We are prepared." He praised Chelsea's adaptability under Rosenior and stressed earning the right to win through focus and intensity. Arsenal boasts strong home form, 3 consecutive clean sheets recently, and firepower from stars like Viktor Gyökeres, Eberechi and Bukayo Saka. Predicted lineup: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapie, Zubimendi, Rice, Saka, Odegaard, Trossard, Gyökeres. No major injury concerns for Arteta, who has a near-full squad. Pundits favor Arsenal, moneyline around -177, predictions like 2-1, citing their momentum from the 4-1 Tottenham rout and defensive solidity. Chelsea's threat comes from players like Cole Palmer and João Pedro, but Arsenal's depth and home edge make them favourites to secure the win and stretch their lead to 8 points, keeping the quadruple dream very much alive. Can Arsenal beat Chelsea? Form and history suggest yes, but derbies demand ruthlessness. Please like and subscribe.